I'm Richard. I'm just going to show you by request how to customise a base that comes with the Midas and the Silver Centurion into a light up base. Obviously this is the Midas one I did, and obviously this is the Tony Stark test armour testing base that comes with a light up. Obviously you'd have thought this would come with a light up anyway, but obviously Hot Toys cheaping out a bit there. But anyway, so this is my Silver Centurion base. You see the yeah, not fancy about it, no lights or anything. This is the hole that we'll be using for the switch to stick out of. Obviously that's the power adapter on the armour testing. We'll use that for the switch. Other things that I've used is this obviously push LED light. I'll be taking the switch out of that. That looks like this, but I buggered it up when I was soldering, so can't use that one. So I'll be taking that out of there. My son Hayden, he thinks these are arc reactor chess pieces, so he uses them, but yeah, we've got a few. These are the switches I initially bought, but they're like, if you listen, they're just little click switches that don't stay on, so obviously I didn't really know what I was buying, but the end of that actually sticks through that adapter hole perfectly, so we'll be taking that piece off there. This is the LED light switch with a battery charger. Obviously it's got a switch on itself, but we'll be bypassing that by cutting this wire and putting the switch from this into there. Which yeah, it were a little bit fiddly, but it's not too difficult. And obviously this time I'm going to go with a red, sorry, I don't know if you can see that, that's a red LED strip. So I'll use that, and then obviously just some glue and a soldering iron and some solder. So what I'm going to do is I'll do a little bit first. You know, I'll tell you what I'm going to do first. I'm going to dismantle this and get the switch out. So I won't have you watching me do that because it might take a while, and I've only got two hands and I haven't got a proper camera. So I'll take the switch out and obviously show you what I'm doing as I go along. So this is the inside of the push switch. And like I said, this little centre section is what I'm going to take out. Now let me just get a focus on that. You can see that they've got three prongs on the back of the switch. Sorry for the poor camera work. Which have got two solders on. Obviously the ones with the solders on are the prongs that we're going to use for the on off, so I'll just heat that up and then remove the switch. And also I've undone the four screws that are in the back of this base to open this up. I did actually try on the first one getting the button out and reusing using that instead, but I just couldn't get it to work. So if I just focus on this bit, I don't know if you can't really see from that. Well, you can see the hole. Obviously that's where we're going to put the switch, and there's a little bit of a compartment in there, a little bit of plastic that will hold the switch, so that's fine. But yeah, again, apologies for poor camera work, but yeah, hopefully you get an idea how to do it. So as you can see, I've got the switch off, the two prongs. There was a third, I've just bent it over so I don't get the wrong one. Now these are really close together, so obviously when soldering, you know that you have to be careful obviously not to get any solder touching, because obviously it'll just bypass the switch. So that's that. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to cut one of these wires. There's two wires here, you know, coming from battery pack. I'm going to cut one of those to solder the switch on. Now obviously I'm not an expert at this, so someone might come on and say, oh, you need to make sure you've got a live one or whatever. I don't know, I'm just assuming that if there's a switch on one of the wires, that it'll work. Like I say, I'm not professional at this, so I'm not telling people that this is the way to do it or what have you. I'm just showing you how I've done it. So now I'm going to cut this and then I'll solder the switch on. Okay. So as you can see, I've soldered the wires onto them two prongs. Now obviously it's not the prettiest soldering in the world, but it works. So obviously if I just turn the on switch on that, you can see that the strip hasn't lit up, but if I press the switch, it's working. So, and what I've also done is I've opened up one of these little switches, and I've just taken this little black nubbin from it, because that's the part that's going to go through the hole on the base. It's going to stick through that hole there, and then the switch is going to go in behind it, and you can't really see on here, no, you can't see, but there is a little black bit of plastic which it seems almost perfect for holding a switch in. So yeah, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fix the just glue the battery pack onto here, obviously face down, so the switch will be at the bottom, because obviously this is where the battery pack opens and closes. Now obviously with this, I did try think of a way of getting it into the original battery case, but I couldn't really get it open without breaking it, and then obviously trying to get something to fit in there. Like I say, I'm no professional. So yeah, so it's not ideal, because obviously if you want to change batteries you're going to have to undo 4 screws as opposed to the 1, but it's doable as a custom kind of base. So yeah, so I'm going to glue the battery pack on here, and then this 50cm, which is the perfect length for this, self-adhesive LED strip, I'm just going to stick round the edge and put the button in place, and then we're almost there. So that's the inside of the base now, battery pack glued in, the LED strip all the way around, self-adhesive bit, and then the switch is down there. Now obviously there's a big blob of blue tack over it at the moment, that's just, I put blue tack over to hold it while the glue sets, because to be fair you need to position it kind of correctly first, you know, and keep testing the switch. But that's it with the switch on, and obviously switch is off. So now all I need to do is put the lid back on, and we'll see how it looks. So that's it, the base done. Obviously the switch is at the back. On. Now obviously this red that I've used for it, it looks really yellow through my camera, but it is actually a really dark red. Obviously I've put my milk version war machine, because that's what I'm going to use it for, because obviously it's got the red lights. Again, if you look at the war machine lights, you know they're not far off the colour of mine, so it is really quite red. But that's it. So any questions, let us know. Obviously big thank you to everyone who's watched all my son's reviews. I mean, I can't believe like Silver Centurion got over 3,500 views, so he's going to keep doing them anyway. So I hope you enjoy them. Obviously we're collectors, not really reviewers, so we don't review everything, you know, but you know, we'll yeah, hopefully the next one should be Mark 42 or something. But yeah, and that's it. Thanks for watching. Any questions, let us know, and I'll put links to the products that I've bought to do it. I think overall it took me about 30 minutes and to do, and yeah, obviously it's cost around about £10 in total, so Hot Toys probably should have just done that anyway, being that the figures cost whatever, 200 quid. So but yeah, obviously, you know, you always get haters out there, and if people oh, you can get them switches from here, or buy that, or you shouldn't do that. Like I said, this is just how I did it. You know, you might be able to buy the push switches that fit better, or you might be able to buy better LEDs or what have you, but you know, if you look at obviously the Midas one, you know, compared to the you know, the armour testing one, it's actually you know, just as bright, if not brighter. like I say, hopefully pictures of this red comes up better, you know, if I take a photograph, because it is really red and it doesn't do it justice in the video. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, see ya.